Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, the New Cards 101, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to side for the January 2014 format. It's February right now, and I'm just going to show you guys how to side efficiently for most of the decks that are popular on the screen. I worked really hard on this, so subscribe. And, comment, rate, subscribe. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is Mermails. This is probably a tier 1 deck at the moment, and how do we side for it? Well, it uses the graveyard, and it adds cards to hand. So the first card you side is Dimensional Fissure. It says any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So most of the time when they go Bisphere, they need the cards to activate in the graveyard. So they're not going to be able to activate in the graveyard. They're not going to be able to activate in the graveyard because they're going to be banished. The next card is Macros Cosmos. You really want to chain this with like card effects because it is a trap, but it pretty much does the same exact thing, so you know. Next card is Soul Drain. It is the same exact thing, it just doesn't let their effects go off in the graveyard, which is amazing. And this says activate by paying 1,000 life points. Monsters banished as well. Monsters in the graveyard cannot activate their effects that started chain. So, Exame Delio. So, yeah. Next card is Mind Crush. So if you do not know, Mermails like to add cards to their hand, either, salvage or just, any type of card effects. Mind Crush, when they search the card, you can just Mind Crush it out of their hand, and usually their effects need to go from their effects have to be from, the field to the graveyard, so that's why it's good. And then is Max C, because the deck has a lot of OTK potential and control potential, so when you activate this, it kind of just makes them have to, stop their plays. And next is Fire Fists. So they like to add cards to their hand, and they do like to get attack boosts with Tenki and stuff. So the first card is Overworked, and it says destroy each monster whose attack is higher than its original attack. So all their Fire Fist continuous spells do give them like Tenki. So when they go Tenki, go Bear, you flip up Overworked, or you want to wait till they spam, because Overworked destroys everything. It's really good. Next is Mistake. So when they activate Tenki, you want to flip Mistake, because Mistake prevents them from being able to search from Tenki or any of their search cards. And then Mind Crush. This isn't the most optimal thing to do, but you can Mind Crush the cards you use with Tenki, but it's not the best. There's a lot better cards like Overworked and such, but it's an idea. And then Thunder King Ryo. Once again, this prevents them from searching. Next is Girya Karakuri, and it relies on special summoning. It needs its effects to go off, and it needs to keep its card type. What I mean by card type is it needs to be a machine, because that's how it goes into Bray or Beredo to get its effects off. Alright, so the first card is DNA Surgery, and it says activate by declaring one monster type. All face-up monsters become that type. So you, if you're using, using like Black Wings or something, you go Winged Beasts or something, and they can't go into the machines. They either have to go like Stardust or something. Then is Max C. Now, Max C is optimal. They'll either stop right there, or if they know you don't run Drag Gores, or you don't sideswipe Scarecrow, Battle Fade, they'll just take the Max C challenge and kill you. So that's it. Most of the time it'll stop them, but Next is Effect Veiler. This card's really, really good because, you can Effect Veiler Girgi and X. You can Effect Veiler armor from them not being able to grab that accelerator and not being able to flip armor back down. So that's why it's really, really good. And next is Boojins. Yesterday I almost got to top 8 at my locals, and it's really competitive there, but I lost to Boojins. So it relies on one monster, which is Yamato. It needs to keep its card type, uses Graveyard for hand traps, and doesn't always have its original attack, which is Tenki, because it uses Tenki to search for Yamato. So cards that'll help. Dimensional Fissure, and it says, any monsters, sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So they can't go Turtle. They don't want to send their card to the graveyard, so they can't use Crane or anything. And next is Macros Cosmos, which is pretty much the same exact thing as I said before, but it's overworked. You can side for these, but it's not the strongest play to do. It's not the best thing to do, but if they go Tenki, they usually have protection. The best card for this is DNA Surgery. It says activate by declaring one monster type. All face-up monsters become that type. So, ideally, if I was running Gear Gia Card Crate, I'm going to call machines. They can't go Crane. They can't do, their turtle plays. This card just really destroys them. And next is Prophecy. The good thing about Prophecy, or, what they should, how do you counter it, is they search for cards and they use the graveyard to a certain extent, going, when they have to go secrets or something. So one of the best cards to use is Macros Cosmos. If you draw this, you're in a really good position because they'll either have to waste a ton of resources to get rid of it, or if a ton of their spellbook cards are banished, they're in a lot of trouble. And next is Thunder King Ryu. If you start with this, you generally are in a really, 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 really good position because then they can't add cards to their hand. They can't use spellbook secrets. They can't do any of that fun stuff. And next is probably the best card, which is Mistake. It's going around for like 35 bucks. And the really good card about this is, it says neither player can add cards from their deck to the hand. It's a Thunder King in trap card form, so you can use multiple. That's why it's really, really good. And that's really it, guys. I mean, I worked kind of hard on this. If you guys are liking the videos, rate, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to help my channel grow. I can't say that enough. But that's it. So as for that, see you guys later.